Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Kansas Sports HQ, episode 89. Today we're remote and out and about with Sheldon. He is at Innate Chiropractic and all of that good stuff. So he'll be talking about some of the stuff that they do there, as Dr. Alvin has been on our show before. And, we love him. So how are you guys doing today?
Doing good. Feel like I'm flying in a submarine airplane right now.
Yeah.
That's what it feels
Flying
like.
in a submarine airplane.
Well,
That's,
let's up again, bud.
Big
I don't know.
submarine airplane.
Very big brain
Two
mentality.
different directions. So do they just stay where a normal airplane does? Or maybe they just ride on the ground?
Like the pressure is basically the same.
I say airplanes in the air, submarines below the water, so a submarine airplane would just be a car.
Big brain busters on Monday morning.
Maybe so.
I don't know.
Maybe it's an airplane that can submerge, that goes
Also,
in and out of
that would be some
water.
crazy,
in
the chamber kind of switch. I don't
Yeah,
know the science.
It wouldn't be level pressure.
Your head would explode.
Yeah. You'd go dive in the water and then you'd come back up and just go.
So we'll never see Sheldon again, but
Might be the last podcast.
We wish you the best, sir.
But they did provide me with an oxygen microphone, so this thing's kind of nice.
Well, so tell us what you're doing, man.
Well, as you had stated, our good buddy Alvin, right down the road from us at Innate Chiropractic, they just assembled this O2 box, which is for recovery, performance. So obviously, he reached out to us about coming over, checking it out, and kind of just experiencing it for ourselves and seeing a little bit about it and see what kind of feels like and how we feel afterwards and things like that. Obviously, as most people know, we do. With Parisi, we have a lot of athletes, and then baseball league, we have a lot of athletes. So it might be a good fit for us to be able to have some tools at our disposal for people to be able to come and check it out and see if it might be a good fit for them. And so, but as we all kind of say, we like to make sure if we're going to be, referring people to anything or doing anything, like we want to, know what we're doing and, have a little bit of experience with it. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm inside of the airplane bubble and floating around right now, and my right ear feels like it's being taken up to space. My left ear's doing fine, so that one's good. So I kind of feel like I'm just I'm in an airplane, but it's a lot more relaxing. So it's not as loud as an airplane is, which is nice. But it just there's the oxygen, I suppose, that are like little mini fans, maybe. I don't know.
There's oxygen, I suppose. It might be in there. It might not.
Well, the oxygen in my oxygen microphone is right here. It actually is coming right to my. This is what's keeping me alive. So I'm really I'm dangling right now. Like this is the closest to death that I've been in a long time.
It's on the edge.
Now I'm back. Now I'm back. You see what I mean? So, but it's cool. This thing is it's obviously got a lot of benefits, but the ones that we've talked about with them is it's so the definition, I guess, is he provided me with a little bit of info here, but it says the O2 box is a mild hyperbaric oxygen chamber operating at 1.3 ATA. So it's where atmospheric pressure increases slightly, allows oxygen to dissolve more efficiently into the bloodstream, reach deeper into the tissues. So obviously for recovery purposes, kind of a, cool deal. Probably accelerates some recovery stuff. I would guess that it helps you rest and sleep better. It's non-invasive. It's safe. It's comfortable. They got it kind of decked out. They got a TV in here, a little split unit in here. So you could definitely kind of relax in here for a little bit. I know they're going to be running some cool like specials for it as well too, where you can come in. So like if you come in with, a couple different people, they'll have some pricing breakdowns. I think it's like $100 if you come by yourself, but if you bring somebody, you can split that cost down probably all the way up. I think he was telling me that you could get up to close to 6 people in here. That might be a little tight, but so you can kind of get the costs down from $100 down to probably like $25 each or something. So
So
Yeah.
if you go 5.5 people, you'll probably be all right.
Well, yeah, that half person is really where you're going to get your extra oxygen from. So you're going to be able to utilize
Yeah.
them for something. Yeah. Don't worry.
So what
So,
half of the person you're
Oh
bringing
my
in
god.
there? Are we taking them like vertically half or horizontally half?
well, that part of it I haven't figured out yet. I just figured, we'd let them sit on one of the small seats.
Mm.
There's big
Yeah.
seats and small seats in there?
Yeah. Well, you give me a pillow, blanket. Like, I'm decked out in here. Pretty good. Like,
Well, if you
I
decided to lay down and take a nap, you could.
yeah, I could probably take a little nap in here. Hopefully, I mean, as you guys know, my sciatic was on fire last week, so it feels good today. But maybe this will help that
Yeah.
relax a little bit.
That's all we heard last week.
I'm sure the pressure on your right ear is simply because that is a clogged, sinus, or perhaps something's going on in there because, it's meant to help with your cognitive health, your recovery, just overall I guess nutrient transport with oxygen and things like that. I kind of looked into it as he was telling me about it,
Yeah.
and I mean, I'm excited to see what that can do for not only our athletes but other things as well.
Yeah. Well, I think it'd be I mean, it's something that really you don't got to do too much. You know what I mean? And it's something that I think that, from an internal standpoint, you don't get anywhere else, I guess. So it's kind of it's a very niche but unique type style of a thing. Most of the recovery things, especially when we talk about like Parisi athletes and stuff, I mean, there's all kinds of different sciences out there and different, approaches to different things. But, we hear a lot about like eye cryo and that type of stuff. And then you got the old heads who are just like, I'll just hop in an ice bath and you'll be
Rub
fine.
some dirt on it.
Yeah. I mean, there's just, and granted, like, you got to have a practical approach to these things. I think that's kind of the big thing is even for me as an athlete, like, we didn't grow up with money and being able to go and do stuff. Now, if you're a professional athlete, a college athlete, and like this is part of the job kind of a thing, you can definitely understand why they would want every edge that they can get. But for youth athletes and, going into high school athletes, you got to find ways that are, affordable and ways that actually make sense. And I think if you did this with the right grouping and that type of stuff, I think you can make this make sense and you could do it relatively consistently and it's easier on the body than some of the other things that are out there and you know athletes could use it pre-training, post-training, recovery days, injury rehab. There's a lot of avenues that I think stuff like this can really fit, but you gotta the nice part about Innate and why we're buddies with him is they offer kind of a full scope, like they're gonna have a little bit of everything over here, whether that be all the way from like, just obviously chiropractic stuff, but massage therapy, and that they're getting new tools and new things like
Acupuncture,
this. Yeah, exactly. Like just, they're like a well-rounded tool
full
belt for the
service
athlete.
shop.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
got all the
absolutely.
tools out there that you could possibly have. And, they're guys that are in our community that care about the community. They want to be a part of the community. Um, which is why we partner with them because that's such a big kind of milestone or whatever you want to call it, I guess, like a point for us that we try to go out there and find people that are trying to do good things for kids and do good things for people around here. And they definitely kind of fit that. And so yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, yeah, I've never seen one of these things before and it's kind of nice. So
So
yeah,
so when I looked them up, there's a lot of athletes, like pro athletes, that have these at their house.
that would make a
I
lot of
don't
sense.
know, the 1 to 2 person ones. I mean, that's a 4 to 6, but the one to
Yeah.
two person ones. Hey man, let me just go take a nap in here. Put on some tunes or whatnot. I mean, some people like the
Well,
bigger one. People host meetings in those, and I think that's pretty interesting. Just to
hey,
really
get in
put
my
it all together.
box.
But we'll be excited. Say what?
I said, hosting a meeting. Hey, get in my box and just, I'm going to lock you in here so you can't leave.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah, I don't know. I
sketchy.
mean, is it a padded room? Because that would fit
Oh,
most of
yeah.
us better. Excellent.
Padded. There is an emergency release switch if you need that, but
So I can just nonstop bang my head against the wall while you guys are talking.
The wall is
while
actually kind of
getting
comfortable.
good oxygen.
While getting good oxygen.
While getting good oxygen. It might, the past few weeks you've had the fumbly words. Maybe getting good. If you got good oxygen, no. But if you were treating your recovery efforts and being in there, it could assist in your cognitive health. Who knows?
Maybe.
I mean,
maybe it'll fix my stroke that I must have had.
here's the thing. We're the test subjects.
Yes.
So,
And God is the tester.
I know you have you haven't gone to like the chiropractic side of things there, but he did invite you to experience it so you could give feedback. I mean, I'd be excited to hear what Sheldon feels like, probably 3 hours after this, and then we'll ask him in the morning. But, when he goes home to take a nap with the kids, all of that good stuff. But anyways, so I wanted to touch base on the NFL Combine.
Ooh, I bet these are probably out at the NFL Combine for sure.
Well, I've seen Bill Parisi on Instagram posting a ton of stuff up, like top 20 athletes at the NFL Combine, and my gosh,
yeah,
holy crap! So real quick, the fastest dude right now at the NFL Combine, Brennan Thompson, wide receiver from Mississippi State, 4.2640.
It's pretty good. Well, it's like the average 40 for every single position group is the best of all time.
Best of all time.
Yeah.
The running back group, wow.
Cooking.
Wow, just amazing. And then you have Lorenzo Styles from Ohio State running 4.27, Xavier Thomas 4.28, Deion Burks 4.30. So you got wide receivers, safeties, cornerbacks, that kind of thing. And then that Jeremiah Love, he put on a show. He put on an absolute
220
show.
pounds and ran a 4.29.
He ran a 4.36 official.
Oh, official.
Okay. Yeah. But then we go to the 10-yard splits, and a wide receiver out of Cincinnati, Jeff Caldwell, 1.48. Deion Burks, 1.49. Bryce Lance, brother of Trey Lance, 1.49. Lorenzo Styles, 1.49. I mean, you're looking at all these crazy numbers. And then where is Jeremiah Love? I thought he was on the top 20, but it does not appear so.
Knowing that the average is the highest ever is wild. Like that's because that they may not be setting the record, but like that means like your mean is just crazy this year.
Yeah. So still, tight end out of Vanderbilt holds the best jump at 45.5 inches.
He's a former QB. He went to Texas. He committed to Texas A&M as a 4-star quarterback. He transferred to New Mexico State. They had like a couple good years. He was teammates with Vanderbilt Pavia over there in New Mexico State, and then transferred with him to Vanderbilt as he switched over to tight end. And he jumped what did you say? 46 inches.
45.5.
Yeah, he's like 6'5", 240 pounds.
Yeah. So the next closest is a quarterback, Taylon Green from Arkansas, 43.5. 43.5 for a quarterback.
And he ran the 4.340.
Yeah, just unbelievable. Most of these tight ends and linebackers are leading the way with plus 40 verticals. Seth Gowan, the running back from Kentucky, at 42.5. Dude's got springs in his legs. Come on now.
That's ever on a quarterback.
The tight end
40.
What
is that the best ever on a quarterback 40?
3, whatever. I don't know.
No, I don't think so. It's pretty close. Close because you have Lamar Jackson. You have gosh, who else was there that
Vic? I don't know.
Well, Vic. No, I mean, I don't think back then they would record that. I mean, he was a 4.4 guy.
What did Kyler Murray run?
Was
he fast?
I mean, the top. Hold on, let me go back to the 40s real quick. Best overall top performers.
So Kenyon Sadiq, Oregon tight end, went off. This is a tight end numbers.
Yeah.
He ran a 4.3940, which is the same as Jonathan Taylor. He had an 11.3 on his broad jump, same as Des Bryant. 43.5-inch vert, half an inch higher than Vince Carter. 6'3", same as Julio Jones. 241 pounds, same as LeGarrette Blount. And 23.2 mile per hour he was clocked at, which is same as Jahmyr Gibbs. He's a tight end. Guy's jacked too. I mean, he's got he's huge. And then that Texas Tech linebacker, who went off this year and probably should have won the Heisman. And like all the scouts were worried about his athleticism. A lot of people project him to move over to safety next year, but his overall athletic score, I don't even know, but he ended up doing really well. I don't see his numbers on here. But.
So, Sheldon, to answer your question, the best overall 40 time for a quarterback was in 2006 by Reggie McNeil, a quarterback from Texas A&M at 4.35. Talon Green is in second at 4.36. RG3 at 4.4. Anthony Richardson at 4.43. And then you said, what was Kyler Murray?
About 4.5.
Russell Wilson ran a 4.5.
Who seems like he pulls away.
Kyler Murray is not in the top in the top 20.
More of an acceleration guy, not a top.
Jeff
guy.
Driscoll ran a 4.5.
Yeah.
Trace McSorley at a 4.57. Marcus Mariota 4.52. Desmond Ridder 4.52. Believe it or not, Max Duggar from TCU ran a 4.52.
Oh yeah, this guy's a beast.
Yeah. So now, if we go back to our live results on the broad jump, I just want to say that this is impressive from every angle because they're jumping further and further and further.
Yeah.
Once it loads up, it'll be crazy. But I do remember seeing that the grades coming out of these, they were doing Madden ratings already. They were just
just on their
Yeah, so a 4.32 speed or 4.2 is a 95, not a 99, a 95. And then a 4.5 is considered a 91. Come on now. So wide receiver Ted Hurst had a 11 foot 3-inch broad jump. And then Eli Sowers from Vandy, Jeff Caldwell, quarterback Talon Green, 11.2. That dude went off.
Yeah.
So, and then you got your 3-cone drill. Jeremy Bernard from Alabama, the wide receiver, at 6.71 seconds. Quarterback Haynes King from Georgia Tech ran it in 6.89. Let's see here. Dennis Sutton, the edge rusher from Penn State, at a 6.90. Trying to see how many if there's any other crazy ones out here that aren't okay, Cole Payton from North Dakota State ran a 7.12. So, and then there was an offensive tackle that went 7.34. That's impressive for a big body. And then we go to our shuttle, the 20-yard shuttle. Wide receiver, quarterback Haynes King ran a 4.17. Trying to go back here to see where the fastest time is Vinny Anthony II at 4.07.
On the shuttle?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Joe
3.8, whatever, like Brandon Cooks, but
Joe Fignano, the quarterback from UConn, 4.35. I mean, I think these are pretty impressive numbers for quarterbacks and stuff. And then our bench press, here we go. So who do you think has the best? What's the number? What's our number after the weekend? How many do you think the most is right now?
What did we say the record was? Like 50 something?
I'd have to go to the record, but it's running
I don't remember
slow.
what that was.
So we'll say it's plus 30 and minus 45.
38.
Man, the number's 37 was the most. So defensive tackle from Kentucky with 37, a center for 33, offensive tackle for 32. And then let's see, there's a tight end for 28.
What'd that one guy get, the quarterback? Did they do it?
I'm going down there to see if there's any, but there's no real quarterbacks that are on here. There's a couple running backs that have put up 25 plus.
For what?
Bench press.
Oh.
I'm sure they have to do it. I just don't remember seeing them.
The 6'9", 346-pound lineman from Miami ran a 5.36.
Oh my goodness!
I saw that.
346 pounds. He ran a sub 5.5.
Quarterbacks are not required to do the bench press.
That makes sense. They don't want to.
Yeah.
Penis their arm up.
Mess their arm. Yeah. Is there any?
Yeah.
I mean, do we have any like KU, K-State guys? Like any relative?
Well, most
close
importantly,
dudes?
we had some Iowa guys show up.
Well, we know we got some
KU.
Iowa boys. They're leading the pack from around here, but
You know.
I just haven't heard any KU, K-State guys that are there this year that I know of, anyway.
Let's see here. Jalen Daniels, Emmanuel Henderson Jr., Enrique Cruz, and the kicker from KU. Let's see here. Emmanuel Cruz Jr. stood out among offensive linemen running the 40 at 4.94.
Yeah, but you know who was faster? Logan Jones from Iowa.
Well, of course.
4.91, baby.
There was a lot of video on your guy
Jennings Dunker, the redhead.
Yeah. Jennings Dunker. It said how much business is in the front. There's all party in the back, and he's doing like the hands drill.
The fastest offensive lineman 40s, Logan Jones from Iowa got 4.9.
That's the fastest?
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then that guy, who were you talking about?
He was a KU guy.
Or K-State, Enrique. K-State sent Sam Hecht and safety VJ Payne. Those are the only two out of the 45 players.
Yep, don't see him nowhere. Yeah, there's a lot of content on Jennings Dunker.
Oh, it's wild to see him work. I mean, I imagine his in-game speed versus combine speed is going to be completely different. But showing it out for sure.
Yeah. Then the return guy from Iowa, he got a 4.46 on his 40.
I did see a post about. I did see a post about the exciting whites showing up in the combine this year. Like that's what the post literally said. Like
that Oregon safety got a 4.37.
Yeah,
Tiananmen.
Scooting.
Yeah, he had beautiful top end form. Beautiful transition.
Right.
I must say.
And then part of the interview process, they interviewed Fernando. And they asked him, they said, hey, with all these guys performing out of their shoes, how would you feel if you didn't go number one overall? And his response, politically correct. There's a lot of great athletes here that deserve to go first round. If I don't go first, then I guess I'll just wait for my pick. And then they did a size comparison. He's as tall as Josh Allen. He's 6'5". Fernando.
Oh, Mendoza.
Mendoza, yeah.
Yeah.
But his hand size and everything else matches Mitch Trubinsky.
Oh, here we go again with the hand size. It's like when they said Linderbaum, the center from Iowa a few years ago, they said his arms were too short. And now he's the highest paid center in the league.
Yeah. I mean, just because your arms are short, Sheldon, you're pretty powerful.
Hey, you can't even see my elbows when I lift them up. Okay, they're growing.
But yeah, so that was that was a pretty big highlight for this weekend. And then
Mendoza definitely has much more winning traits than Trubisky ever did coming out of college too.
true. Too bad he didn't go to he's not going to the Bears.
Well, they got a guy.
Yeah, they do. Other news: Malik Willis potentially going to the Dolphins for $30+ million a year with some
Don't make the mistake.
guaranteed money.
Don't make the mistake. Trade Jordan Love, sign Malik,
or some other things that have been posted up that AJ Brown and potentially Max Crosby to the Patriots. Both.
Oh, gosh. That'd be crazy.
That would be wild.
That would make them that'd make them Super Bowl favorites. Probably.
Yeah. So, but then you have
Browns just got Titus Howard, offensive lineman from the Texans this morning, for a 3rd-round pick, and then extended him.
Yep.
So because the Browns are fortifying their offensive line because they're going to trade for Jordan Love, probably.
You also see some of those other question marks where they say, will the Browns pursue Malik Willis? Pretty unlikely on that side of it.
I hope not.
Right.
Not either, but they are going
Cleveland.
Yeah, but the Jets potentially could do that.
I'd rather either or is just that's just.
What about
tough.
David Montgomery going to the Chiefs?
I'd love that.
Well, would you take David Montgomery over Breece Hall?
No, but for the Chiefs' situation in their cap, David Montgomery probably makes a little more sense than they draft a different running back to go with him.
That's fair. That's fair.
But because do what Detroit did with him up there. But
1-2 punch him.
Yeah, and that's kind of what they did with insert a name and Kareem Hunt, except then all the inserted names kept getting hurt, so it was just like all Kareem Hunt.
And then you're bowling ball Kareem Hunt all the time.
Yeah.
You're good. I thought it was water.
No, but yeah, I mean the Chiefs can make some more moves. I know. I don't know if they're going to cut Juwan Taylor yet or not, and restructure Chris.
Said they were going to, if they didn't trade him, they were going to release Juwan Taylor.
They need to, big time. Just get him off.
Saves
the team
him like 20 million cap, I think.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a trade market for him. Like he's been like he's a below average offensive lineman with the most false start. Like I'm pretty sure he's got the most. This isn't exact.
We're talking about number 74.
Yeah. The guy who's like, especially when he first started, it's like you just see his right leg already getting a half step on before every single snap.
Yeah. I just want to let you know that just now it says Tua's name rarely comes up for quarterback needy teams.
That's not smart. Why would they invest in a guy who
has 30 concussions?
Yeah, like it just doesn't make any sense. And he doesn't have
at this point, I feel like his eyes are to the right and left of his eyeballs. Like he just
one of those 2 boxes at his house.
He might already have one. You never know.
He needs a brain transplant.
Wow.
So Sheldon, you've been in there for more than 30 minutes now. How you feeling?
Well, my right ear doesn't feel like it needs to pop anymore, which is about the only thing that I've noticed. So that feels way better. But
is it still a pretty comfortable setting?
Super comfortable.
Another Iowa boy, Carson Shire, linebacker, like a true Iowa boy too. He's from Iowa Falls, but just up the road from where I grew up. He jumped a 40-inch vertical at the combine. 40-inch vertical, man.
Come on.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, I always feel like the NFL Combine's an awesome opportunity for us to talk about Wichita Parisi and the things that
we did just finish up testing last week.
Oh, well.
I have a few things to talk about there.
Sheldon's feeling good enough to flex on camera.
Yeah, what we were
big shoulder. Good angle.
Yeah,
it looks just the angle.
Yeah.
I mean, I think everybody can.
No,
you're welcome for that shoulder workout on Friday.
Okay, thank you.
Probably it was such a good workout. The pump just kept lasting all the way through.
Thanks.
A couple days. Yeah. So on the Parisi side of things, spring sports start for high school today. You have track starting up and
baseball
and softball and women's soccer
and
and golf.
Yep.
I just said And
You got to remember, he's a little delayed on this because of the internet connection over there. Like he's 0% uploaded and probably lost his video.
I was
a
like,
couple
the
times.
second I finished the word women's soccer, he was like, soccer. But yeah, we had some good results from testing last week. We had one massive class ended up on a Monday, and I decided to do lessons during that time and not help because I wanted
Way to
to,
go, Sean.
do my own thing. But had some good results from my classes, at least. I don't have Naj's numbers right in front of me. I can look them up for his classes. But the 4 and 5 classes showed out big time. Start on like Monday. We had Carter Hargrave. He went up 32 overall
David
points.
Montgomery going to the
His
Texans. Breaking news.
What's
what?
that?
David Montgomery traded to the Texans.
Well, I guess he's not going to the Chiefs.
Wow.
Will not be at the Chiefs.
That's actually a really good pickup for them.
5th round pick.
Yeah, so 5th round pick. Okay. Yeah, that's sure.
They got him for a 5.
Well, yeah.
Yep.
I guess.
I think that the market for running backs, it's honestly surprising they got him for a 5. Probably thinking more like a 6 or a future 5th round pick like next year or something. But when you think about just plugging holes in your roster, if you're going to use it, where are you really going to use that 5th round pick for somebody better? That makes a whole lot of sense.
Right. I agree.
But
I mean, I'd rather buy somebody proven at the 5th round than try to pick up
what you're getting.
Yeah. Another bowling ball.
But yeah, right before I was so rudely interrupted. So the early classes, the 4 and 5s, which I presided over, with some help from Dave and sometimes Sheldon and then Naj a little bit. But Carter, he got 32 overall points. He had nice improvements in the 10 and the 5-10-5. Had a couple other kids kind of really either improve just a little bit or maintain. A couple kids I want to mention are the Hilliard brothers, Kaysen and Kyler. They've been coming to us for about 4 months now, and it's just like they've been putting in the work. They've been doing well in class, but it's like when testing day comes around, they just not really. I don't know. Sometimes with kids, coming off the long weekend, test on a Monday can get a little, they're coming off either not doing anything or doing a ton of stuff for the weekend. So Mondays can always be tricky, but Kaysen had a big improvement in his 5-10-5 and beat everything else. So he went up 29 points. It was good to see him get a big jump. And then Kyler, who'd been just like either very little improvement or gone down slightly. He's been just maintaining. He beat everything. Even got a chin up too. He was psyched about that. It's always fun to see the kid get their first chin up. And then he had a very nice improvement in the 5-10-5 as well, to jump up 15 points.
Is that the kid I raced? I think so.
I think you raced Kyler. Yeah. He ended up slightly beat his 10 and his 20, which when they're going consistently like that, it's just when you're in there 2 or 3 times a week like they are, it's like, okay, we're just looking for consistent improvements over time.
I raced a kid in the 5-10-5. I did not race that first group in the 10 and 20.
Yeah, that was him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love how Dave
beat it
racing
by
kids
2
has
tenths.
just become like a staple point of testing, where he's just
Well, you just got to get there.
just lacing them up against everybody.
You got to get their adrenaline pumping a little bit, that competitive drive going, and these kids all of a sudden beat their score by 0.2 of a second. It's like, oh, look at that.
I mean, we saw it with what?
Kian
and
guy.
And then Vaden.
Vaden
was just like, oh, I'll beat you, and
yeah, he wants the competition. He's a wrestler.
It's our secret weapon.
Get after it.
Come get chased.
Yeah.
Come beat Dave.
Some of the older kids had some really good improvements. Our guy Aiden Vaden, he went up 15 points his first testing. that he did. Had really nice improvement in the 5-10-5, solid improvement in the 5-hop, 2 inches on his vert. That's always fun to see those verts like jump up real quick because, the second you really start moving around, start figuring out how to land, how to jump, how to sprint, all of a sudden your vert's going up, 2 inches in a month, which is an awesome improvement. Obviously, I will take a half inch, we'll take an inch, but 2 inches is pretty awesome. But then you had Blaine Irvin. He went up 27 points, which is always good to see big jumps out of guys who also have been here consistently. Like he's been here pretty much at least 2 times a week for the last 4 months, going hard, and he's been steadily improving. And then this time he took a pretty big jump, had a great improvement in the 5-10-5. Another one who jumped up a lot was William. I'm going to say this wrong, but Demel, I believe.
Damon.
Damel?
Damon.
Yeah,
William
Damel.
It's
Yeah.
like Dejmon.
Yeah,
but
I always
it's
call
Damon.
him Dejmal.
Yeah,
And
Damon.
I was like, how do you actually pronounce it? He's like, whatever you say.
Yeah, Damon.
Damel, yeah. And so William Damel, he's been kind of off and on with us the last few years, and he was super consistent this last month after he signed up for the BOGO deal. He jumped up 52 points. Crazy.
What are the odds?
Awesome improvement.
What are the odds of that, Coach?
Yeah, in a month, almost 0.2 of a second off his 20, and then added 4 chin-ups too. So, pretty awesome there. And then another older kid I wanted to kind of point out, Colt. Actually, he's kind of in the bubble right now. He's getting up there to that bubble, but unfortunate words getting mashed together there. He went up 34 points for his first testing. He improved everything across the board other than chin-ups, and he's a big kid who's starting to move a lot better. Going to hit some bombs this spring for sure, and strike a lot of kids out probably. Brody Klossmeyer, he just started recently, and he improved across the board on everything, and he's a bigger kid too. He's just like, but he really not locks down the form. He's kind of a funny kid. But he locks down the form really well, and you could see there's still a lot of things we can improve, but like at the beginning in his starts and everything, but initial explosiveness, but he's done really well. I mean, he jumped up 22 points. And Colt, yeah, he's up, getting closer to that bubble range, probably bump him up, hopefully after next testing up to TP. He improved across the board really well. And then that last group that I tested, some big-time gains there. Anna Butler, she's been going super consistently. She went up 60 points in a month. I mean, crazy improvements across the board for her.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
congrats, Coach.
Yeah.
I mean, she puts in the work, but
yeah, I mean,
they're starting to let me out of my chamber.
But she went. I mean, these improvements are pretty awesome. I mean, almost about minus a 1/10.5 off of her 10, almost 3/10 off her 20, 2 inches on her vert increase, 3 feet on her 5-hop increase, and then almost 2/10 off her 5-10-5. And she's also been like 3 times a week every week, and she's really putting in the work before softball starts. I'm sure her attendance will go down now that softball is rolling, but obviously she's been putting in the work.
she's ready to get out there.
And then the biggest gainer by far, somehow somebody beat a 60-point increase, and it was Maddox Martin. He went up 84 points. So he's in the 600 range now for points. So he's getting up there. He improved overall and everything. His biggest jump came from his. Now, here's the catch for that. He still improved on everything. Like his vert went up 3.5 inches, which is crazy, and 1.5 foot on his broad jump. But he went down almost half a second the 5-10-5 because he was actually wearing cleats this time. Kind of helps. But and then he went up to he had 18 chin-ups.
Oh wow,
yeah, pretty good. Yeah, so he's looked a lot better. He played, strong kid. He's got the work ethic too. He's doing his he's working out with his dad a lot too and his friends. He's from Haven. He's got a really good work ethic. He does lessons with me as well, and he was an offensive lineman last year for Haven. And I texted his dad. I was like, after sending him those scores, I was like, I don't think he's gonna be an offensive lineman next year. I'm be honest,
like a tight end maybe.
Yeah, tight end, maybe something like that. But I'm pretty sure they play 8-man up there, so that's why it's it's a little
Probably.
bit, little different there, because if he's one of the stronger kids, he might have to be on the offensive line, but as fast as he's getting, I don't know if that's gonna stick, but we'll see from there. But there's some highlights just from, the testing. There's probably some other kids I didn't mention, but Imma get the rest of those numbers kinda figured out and try to get a post up this week highlighting that across all platforms. And then we have some other stuff coming up for Parisi. We have our spring break camp. Let Sheldon talk about that, and then also our summer program is going to be up in the store, available here pretty soon.
Oh,
So, how
plane's
long
about to
were you
take
in
off
that
again.
thing before? Or did they shut it
I
down
mean,
or
I did. Hold on. I don't know if you can hear me with that noise.
we can hear you?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did 50 minutes, and then it takes probably another 15 minutes or so to depressurize. So I think he's just speeding up the depressurization now that you're at the end of it. It just like takes a little bit out of it. So, which is kind of cool.
I got you.
So yeah, he's about to let me out. I'm about to be free. This is what it feels like. Oh, look, see the door just opened up.
What
He's
if he just
letting me
walks
out
out
of
and his
here.
head explodes?
That would
Eyes
not be
just
good
pop
at
out of
all.
his head.
Yeah,
Ah!
not at all.
I
But no,
mean,
this
we
thing was kind of
post
cool.
that clip, it definitely go viral.
Okay,
So
come
whatever
on.
you got to do for the views.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Well, I
So,
think I'm about to
Sheldon,
get out of here.
Sean wanted you to talk about the
It's all
spring
right.
gate.
I can talk about it if he's gonna get out of here and hop off.
Yeah, no, that's
All
fine.
right.
Just real quick, we're gonna be doing it. It'll be a soccer specific spring break camp. So we're partnering and really just hosting from a location standpoint. As of right now, anyway, we'll kind of wait and see on the signups and kind of see what that's going to look like on if Parisi's going to have a little bit more involvement or if it's just going to be soccer wise or so. There's still a little bit TBD on details, but the dates and the times have been set. They're going to be doing that March 16th through the 19th. And we'll have three different time slots in there. I think it starts at 8 a.m. It might be 8:30, but so it starts. They go for like 2 hour time slots based off of your age. So we can utilize the facility space and get moving around and do a little bit more. I would think at a minimum we'll probably run like warm ups and that type of stuff. But really, it's just going to depend on the numbers that we end up with, because that will determine how we staff it and those kind of things. But it's crazy to even think that spring break's right around the corner. So,
Mm.
but it is. So if you want any info on that, check it out. We've posted about it, but I'm going to put some more posts up this week. We got a link out there, all that kind of jazz. But I'm going to hop off here and I will see you guys here in a couple minutes.
Good luck.
Okay, bye.
Adios.
Goodbye. Goodbye. All right, there we go.
So, as you were saying, you were going to talk about the summer stuff.
Yeah, so the
Yeah, let's hear about the summer stuff.
program, it's good, nice deal. So it'll start when we switch our schedule over, which we don't know exactly when that'll be. It's pretty much going to be first week of me. You saying I need it? Oh,
I was scratching.
I thought you were telling me.
Oh, no.
I was like, I don't think the camera's going to pick that up anyway. But
Remember, you're so small.
that's right. I'm the
Yeah.
small guy. I'm the little boy.
Oh,
But so our summer program will start, when school ends. We just got to figure out like when that, like look around at the different schools. Obviously USD 259 will all end at the same time, but see when all the other schools are letting out too. Probably around that same week, and then we'll kind of do our testing like a week early that month for our end of the month testing, most likely, so we can get our summer programs in there and get them started with an eval then. If you end up doing eval earlier, that's fine too. But so the reason it's going to go on in the store live in March and April for the summer program is you can be an early bird per se and get the special program, and it'll be you get those 3 months of a limited training. I think it's like May 20 something to August 18, or like it's about 90 days. It'll be 90 days. But for the summer, you'll get it at $375, which, if you wanna break that down, $125 a month if you jump on the early bird. And then in May, so if you get that in March, you can get that at the discounted price. Our normal 3-month jump start is $169 a month, so, you do the math there. And then in April, it'll jump up. You can still get it at a discounted price from our regular pricing, but it'll jump up to 450 for the 3 months, in April. So, if you wanna get that summer program at a discounted rate for those 3 months, it's $375 for those 3 months. In March, and then in April, it'll jump up to 450 for 3 months. So don't wait to the last minute. I mean, if you do, on the 31st, obviously you can still do that, but don't wait till the last minute and forget about it. Hop on it now, 375 for 3 months in the summer. Of unlimited training. Come as many times as you want. And our summer schedule switches. So we have our morning classes 3
Six
times a week.
classes a day?
Yeah, well, no, it's 4 classes a day still. So you have
You have like a
no,
I think
4
it's
classes. Yeah, 4 classes.
I don't remember.
Yeah. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we have 10 and 11 a.m. classes available. And then Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, we have uh 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. classes available. And then Monday through Thursday, we have our normal kind of 5 and 6 p.m. classes available as well. So we have times throughout the day, throughout the week. So it's still 4 classes a day. It'll just switch off, whether it's morning and night or afternoon and night, or then on Fridays, it's morning and afternoon
Mhm.
availability on those. And then no Saturday classes in the summer. So we have a little bit more flexibility for people in the summer running around. So new schedule, unlimited training, 3 months for 375 for the rest of March. And then, if you jump on that early, then we'd get you evaluated that 3rd week or so of May, roughly. And so and then of course get you hopefully tested at the end of August. And then at the end of each month, you can test again like normal. And then once you go to April, it jumps to 450 for the 3 months, which is still discounted from our normal pricing, but I'd jump on the early bird March special if it were me, if it were me. So we have that going live here in the store. So if you're interested in that, if you're on like a 2-month BOGO, or if you're on back to school sessions and you're almost done with those, you can hop on that and have, training for the summer figured out. Or if you just want to try out Parisi and get as much class as as you can during the summer, whether your nights are busy and you want to do the 3 morning classes or afternoon classes, we have that flexibility in the summer. So highly recommend. Summers are fun. I mean, Dave's going to be running around every single day to different places, at baseball games, getting prepped for the summer ball showdown. Me and Sheldon will be, and Naj will be in here, King, and then we'll have a few other coaches come in for the summer as well. We'll be running. I mean, I'll be here from sun up doing lessons or Parisi classes, and then around the late afternoon time, I jet off to coach baseball.
Get a
So
small nap in maybe?
no, I wish. It doesn't usually happen. I'm not good at that. So summer will be nonstop chaos, and it's fun though. It's really fun and keeps me active. I'm gonna lose a bunch of weight, I already know, and so jump on, and then that spring break camp's coming up. We're gonna be with FC Kansas, I believe is their name.
Yes.
I don't know if they changed it or not, but Coach Kell, he partnered with us last year, and we're going to do it again for more soccer specific this year, and then we'll kind of see how that goes. So that's another thing. If you're a soccer athlete, come in, get some work in, especially if we don't know what the weather's going to look like spring break yet. So especially if the weather's bad, it's a great opportunity to get in during the day when your kid's off school and get some work in, and then check out our facility. So exciting things coming up, man. This episode 90, you said?
This is 89.
89.
Tomorrow is 90.
Tomorrow is 90. We're almost 100.
Road to 90. It
We're
ends
almost there.
tomorrow for
And
the Kansas Sports HQ.
So road to 90. Maybe we'll go downstairs and we'll see if I could throw 90 on the road to 90.
No, I mean we could do something like that. Wouldn't be terrible.
Which, spoiler alert, I can't. But It says road to 90, not
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
make it to 90.
Yeah.
So the road could be longer. It was funny. I was posting those clips on Snapchat with me and Sheldon lifting last year, saying road to 90. And whenever one of my old baseball buddies would ask about it, he'd be like, "What the heck is the road to 90? I haven't seen you throw once." Because it's literally just clips of me and Sheldon like lifting, and I just put road to 90 on there as
Yeah.
I don't know. We just started saying it. It's just a kind of became an I guess an inside joke that I explained to everybody now, so it's not an inside joke. But I was like, and then they're like, "Are you ever gonna?" Like, I've got people swipe up on this. Are you ever gonna throw? It's like, nah,
Nah,
nah.
you never know. That road to 90 could be 90 days, 90 episodes, 90
For me,
push-ups, 90
for
90
me,
something, 90 reps. You never know. But
90 in golf.
hey, like anything like that, it's just
Yeah, yeah.
it's kind of a goal-setting trend for all facets of life, depending on how you look at it.
I was funny. At last August, I went up to Sioux City for a alumni golf outing for Briarcliff, and my old pitching coach was there. And he comes up to I met him at the bar, and he comes up to me. He's like, "I got a question for you. What the heck is the road to 90?" And it'd been like 6 months since I posted on that. I was like, "Oh yeah, it's just lifting." I mean, we were just throwing weight around. Now, not to sneak peek or anything, but I have actually been throwing a little bit more lately. So getting my arm ready
We'll have
to
to
try
get
and
with
throw
Baca, see if he can bring the TrackMan out.
try to throw 70 poo. Yeah, we have this little gauge. I don't know what it is. I don't know how accurate it is. It's probably 7 to 10 miles an hour off. I was clocking 68 on that thing, so just throwing it
Who
out there.
knows? Who
You know.
knows? Well, I'm excited for the spring break camp. I remember last year it was really good. It was really good. Like
Yeah.
had a lot of athletes show up
Had some
and stuff.
relationships built off that too. Ended
Yeah.
up getting some kids in for a team training later for the kind of late spring and summer from a soccer coach who was at that, and had some relationships get built off that. So that's always fun too. Just having new people come see the facility, getting to know them. And then that's just some other people we can try to follow up with later and talk to and see if they want to. And then they know it's here, so that's always good. Cause
Yeah. Not everybody knows this
oh
gem
yeah,
inside here.
yeah, like people like see it online, but they don't. I mean, if they see like my page or Parisi's page, it's like they'll just see the turf, and then they don't realize there's also a weight room, and then
Yeah.
6 cages and a parent area, and all this stuff. Where then they're like, "Oh wow!" When I get in here, it's a lot like this place is nice. It's like, yeah, thanks, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of hard work by old Sheldon and Dave went into putting all that stuff together. So it's cool to like when people come in, they're like, "Whoa, wow, this
Yeah.
this place is sick."
Huge.
So yeah, and um, other than that, I think that's kind of all we got for today. Hitting that 50-minute mark.
Yeah. Well, do you want to lead us in prayer?
Yeah, I'm gonna read something. I don't know yet, but we'll read something.
I thought it was pretty cool. I went to church this weekend and I had just read what our gospel was uh the night before. And I'm like, okay, cool. Very cool.
Excellent. Oh, it's always fun. You have these little, I don't know, some people call them God moments or what.
Aha.
Yeah, it was just like these times when you just know that it's something God's doing. Like there's not enough coincidences. Don't really like. I don't really believe in coincidences. I mean, I guess a little bit on some terms, but it's just like there's some things that happen that, wow, I just read that in scripture, or wow, I just read that same verse and now I'm
Mm-hmm.
hearing it here, or man, I just read that and now it gets broken down for me, or you see it happen in real life
Mm-hmm.
and then you see it get applied in real life and not real life, I just in your life. Um and or just like little things throughout the day, like you were just thinking about talking to somebody, they reach out to you, or you've been praying for somebody, they reach out. And I think when people really sit back and take a breath a little bit, which is always hard, trust me, I know it's like, especially in our lives, go, go, go. I mean, I know everybody's like that now. And that's the whole point of Satan, he wants to speed us up so much that we forget to slow down because, I mean, we weren't necessarily meant to zoom all the time and work. Like, we need to rest, but we need it not just need to rest, but we need to rest in the Lord. So anyway, I read out of Mark. My goodness, Mark 4. Check my eyes. And this is the parable of the sower. Again, he began to teach beside the sea, and a very large crowd gathered about him, so that he got into a boat and sat in it on the sea, and the whole crowd was beside the sea on the land. He was teaching them many things in parables, and in his teaching he said to them, Listen, behold, a sower went out to sow, and as he sowed, some seed fell along the path, and the birds came and devoured it. Other seed fell on rocky ground where it did not have much soil, and immediately it sprang up, but since it had no depths of soil, and when the sun rose, it was scorched, and since it had no root, it withered away. Other seed fell among thorns, and the thorns grew up and choked it, and it yielded no grain. And other seeds fell in good soil and produced grain, growing up and increasing and yielding 30-fold and 60-fold and 100-fold. And he said, He who has ears to hear, let him hear. And when he was alone, those around him, the 12, asked him about the parables, and he said to them, To you has been given the secret of the kingdom of God, but for those outside, everything is in parables, so that they may indeed see but not perceive, they may indeed hear but not understand, lest they should turn and be forgiven. Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for bringing us on and talking about our community, talking about our connections and having good conversations. Thank you for Alvin and all this stuff he does for people around here and athletes. I pray that, as much as he cares about the community and shares our same vision, I pray that many of our athletes and in the summer year round can connect with him and obviously his entire goal is to help them recover and become better. Sound bodies and better at what they do. So pray that connection can continue to grow and continue to serve very many athletes, very many people to be healthier and honor and glorify you, Lord, with our bodies. And I pray that as we go out and we serve and we continue to think about serving and be good servants, we think about the seeds we're planting and that we don't just plant them, but we plant them in good soil so that they may grow and increase, so that those seeds may produce more seeds in others, Lord, and be good disciplers, be good conversationalists, and be a little empathizing to other people as we look to plant these seeds, and don't have an agenda behind it, but have you behind it. Our only agenda should be you and advancing your word and showing others through our actions that you are God, you are glorious, and you are good, and nothing else is, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Well, that's it for episode 89. Parisi athletes at the NFL Combine, a little bit of O2 box experience with Sheldon being at Innate Chiropractic and all of that good stuff. Tomorrow, the road to 90 ends as we hit episode 90. Excited for that. We'll see you guys next time.